All right, so welcome to another deep dive with us. This time, we're going to be looking at a timeless Irish symbol, the Claddagh ring.
Cluttering.
Yeah, and we'll be using the Love Ireland newsletter
Yeah.
as our guide here. It's a really fun little newsletter that's
Yeah.
all about Irish culture, travel tips, and you wouldn't believe it, it even have pub recommendations.
Oh, wow. So we're going deep, like into a pint of Irish culture.
Yeah, you could say that. So, the Claddagh ring, if you can imagine it, it's a ring with two hands clasping a heart, all topped with a crown.
Okay.
Pretty striking design, right?
Yeah. And it's not just a striking design, but each element is really packed with meaning. The hands symbolize friendship, the heart represents love, and the crown stands for loyalty.
Wow.
So you can see why it's such a popular gift in Ireland.
It's true. It really is. Like wearing your heart on your sleeve, but maybe with a little bit more style, I
Yeah.
think. I think there's a catch, though. And maybe you've heard this before, but the way you wear a Claddagh ring actually
Yeah.
says a lot.
Oh,
It
yeah.
speaks volumes.
Yeah, that's right. The direction of the heart is key. It's like a silent language, signaling your relationship status to anyone who knows what to look for.
A secret code. Okay. I know we're all itching to know the secret code of the Claddagh.
Oh.
But before we get there, let's dig a little deeper
Yeah.
into the Claddaugh's history. I think you have some fascinating insights here for us.
I think so, The Claddagh ring is not some modern invention. It actually has roots going back centuries to a small fishing village called, you guessed it, Claddagh.
Oh,
They are Galway. So imagine this village, nestled on the wild Atlantic coast where life revolved around the sea.
so the ring was born
Yeah.
from this rugged, close-knit community.
Exactly. And it's fascinating to think about how this symbol of love and loyalty emerged from this, challenging yet beautiful environment. It wasn't just about romance. It was about the bonds that held this community together through thick and thin.
Yeah, that really makes you wonder if those early Claddagh rings were even more treasured than they are today.
Yeah, it's certainly possible. I mean,
Huh?
when your life depends on the support of your community,
Yeah.
you know, those symbols of connection, they take on a whole new level of meaning. And it speaks to the enduring power of the Claddagh ring, that it's still such a cherished symbol of Irish heritage to this day.
It's like a thread connecting the past and the present.
And speaking of connections, it's interesting to think about how other cultures express these same ideas of love,
Yeah.
loyalty, commitment, through different symbols and traditions.
Right. It's funny you should mention that because the Love Ireland newsletter actually touches upon this. They talk about the universality of these sentiments, even the ways we express them very widely. They even compare the Claddagh ring to things like wedding rings, which are found in so many cultures, but with their own unique twists.
Right. It's like we're all speaking the same language of the heart, just with different accents.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. It really does highlight how human connection can transcend borders, Absolutely. And it's fascinating to think about how these expressions often evolve alongside the cultures themselves. Take the Claddagh ring. It started in this small fishing village, but over time it spread throughout Ireland and eventually the world.
Wow.
And as it traveled, it picked up new layers of meaning and significance.
So it's not just a static symbol then. It's like a living tradition. That's pretty cool.
It is. And that evolution is reflected
Yeah.
in the different designs and variations of the Claddagh ring you see today.
Okay.
Some are very traditional, sticking closely to the original design, while others incorporate modern elements or personalized touches.
So they're adding their own
Yeah.
verse to the Claddagh song.
Exactly, and it speaks to the enduring appeal of the Claddagh ring, It's not just a relic of the past. It's a symbol that continues to resonate with people today, allowing them to connect with their heritage and express their own unique stories.
Okay, well, I think we've kept our listeners in suspense long enough. It's time to reveal the secrets.
Of wearing.
The Claddagh ring ready to decode the language of the heart.
Let's do it.
Okay, so picture this. You're single, ready to mingle. You want to let the world know that your heart is open to love. How do you wear your Claddagh ring?
On your right hand, with the heart pointing outwards.
Okay.
It's like you're sending a signal, saying, hey, I'm here, and my heart is ready for an adventure.
I love it. Okay, but let's say you found that special someone and your heart is spoken for. Now what changes?
Now you shift the ring on your right hand so that the heart points inwards towards your own heart.
Okay.
It's a subtle but meaningful way to show that your heart has already taken.
There's a little secret message for those who know the code.
Okay.
Now things are getting serious. You're engaged.
All right.
What does the Claddagh code say now?
Engagement is a big step. So the ring moves to the left hand, but with the heart still pointing outward. It's like
Yeah.
you're proudly announcing your commitment to the world, saying we're in this together.
Okay, and finally the big day arrives. You're married. What's the final chapter in the Claddagh story?
The ring stays on the left hand, but now the heart points inwards, symbolizing a love that's come full circle. Your heart has found its home.
Oh, it's amazing how something so small can tell such a big story,
It
right?
really is, and it makes you think about all the other ways we communicate without words, through a glance, a touch, or even the way we wear a simple ring.
A hidden language
Yeah.
that connects us all.
Exactly. And it's a language worth learning because when you understand the symbols and traditions that shape our world, you gain a deeper appreciation for the richness and complexity of human experience.
And who knows, maybe you'll discover some hidden meanings in your own life.
Now, wouldn't that be something?
It would. So, as we wrap up our deep dive into the Claddagh ring, I'm curious, what resonates with you? What stands out to you about this tradition? And what other symbols or traditions have you encountered that speak to you in a similar way? Yeah, it's amazing how a simple object like a ring could just spark so many interesting thoughts.
It really is. And it makes me think about how these symbols and traditions, they aren't just about the objects themselves, but about the stories they carry and the connections they foster.
Yeah, that's such a great point. Like the Claddagh ring
Yeah.
is a physical manifestation
Yeah.
of these intangible values,
Yeah.
love, loyalty, friendship.
Exactly. And those values resonate across cultures, even if the specific symbols differ. Earlier we were talking about how other cultures express these sentiments. Think about the jade bracelets. In Asian culture,
Oh, wow.
they're not just beautiful accessories. They're often passed down
Mm-hmm.
through generations, becoming family heirlooms, imbued with meaning and memories.
Mm-hmm.
And the act of passing them down strengthens family bonds and reinforces those values of connection and continuity.
It's like each scratch on that bracelet tells a
Yeah.
story.
Yeah. And then you have turquoise in some Native American cultures, believed to have healing properties and representing strength and protection, woven into jewelry and clothing, almost like a tangible reminder of those qualities.
It's fascinating.